Hi, hello. Listen, I want to go over two things from the Stranger Things storybook that I just completely forgot to go over a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. Um, and I'm excited because I found one of my old notebooks, but you're gonna laugh because I can't find tape anywhere. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try my thesis that the Hawkins map that's in the book. So this guy, okay, I pulled it out of the book, right? Okay, you see the Vecnas down there, and then you see like the Demobat and the Vecna. Well, on the other side, there's a Demobat and a Vecna, right? Because that's the Creel house on one side, and then right above it, like to the northeast, is Starcourt Mall, and then right by I wouldn't say right by, but the edge of the map on the other side, it says Lover's Lake. Okay. Now I'm not good with visualizing things unless it's like art stuff. So I want you guys to enter in like your 2 cents of what you think is going on here, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna highlight where I think this map goes, and I think it's a Mobius strip. And not only is it a Mobius strip, but I think it might be a circuit board, and I'll show you why, okay? Okay, and let me talk you through my logic about this because I don't understand. I'm not good with like quantum shit either, but I'm good at like movies, okay? The reason why I think that there's something going on this map is because there's literally only one section of this map where, well, technically two, where the freaking demo bats show up, which is highly suspicious. So, like, that should be telling you that, like, you can match this up. So I should be able to put letter N with letter D, okay? So that's what I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to try to, I don't really want to cut this up, but I think I'm going to highlight where I think the map could go. And I mean, I thought that the kids, like, all the characters were in some kind of like vacuum tube world, basically like a microverse type situation. Whether they're in like a vacuum tube in, Montana or North Dakota, like to guard the nukes or whatever, I don't know. I have a whole other theory that I came up with today that just made me pause because I had to reflect on like 15 years worth of movies, and I don't know if I'm ready to type all that out or like say it out loud yet, but basically with that one is I think that Christopher Nolan is involved in a lot of this. And if that's the case, he has to be, okay, because in Tenet, you see when they go into the cave and they drop the algorithm or whatever they do, that's repeated in Marvel movies, in like the recent Marvel movies. I think in Civil War and Winter Soldier. So, and one day when I'm not feeling so lazy, I'll like find the scenes of that. But I'm gonna try to match these up real quick and I'll come right back. But the map was together in the book and I just took it out. I don't even care. I'll tape it back in. This is not a. I think this book was meant to be taken apart. It's not like. I have National Geographic quality books, like coffee table books or like art books, where I would never take the pages out. I have armor books that I would never, cut up. But this book, like, the paper was not. It wasn't photo quality at all. So, like, I'm not mad about it. But the other thing that I wanted to point out, and I don't know why I didn't bring this up the last time I made a video, but maybe I did and I just don't freaking remember. But this brings up the lab, okay? And I want you to listen to the word choice here, okay? Because you know they love double and triple entendres. It says Hawkins National Laboratory, the basement of the top secret facility where Dr. Brenner conducts cruel experiments inside the Rainbow Room, contains the first gate into the Upside Down. In reality, the 5-story brutalist structure was a defunct psychiatric hospital in Atlanta, marked for demolition in 2022. Now, I have trust issues because of this show, okay? And, like, obviously it was a psychiatric hospital, okay? And, like, part of me thinks that, yeah, maybe the kids are in a psych hospital. I don't freaking know. I think maybe they're doing, like a reverse Nina project or something, or like a good Rainbow Room where like they're trying to restore everyone's memories from like whatever weird bad stuff happened in the past with that technology. I think someone reverse engineered it. And if you want to get into Marvel, I think Elena Belova probably reverse engineered it. Hi, girl. Oh, that's just a marker, I think. The other thing is, but with this, and then like they point out that it was a brutalist structure, which I believe that somehow there's like a wormhole going from Hawkins to East Germany, like one of their prisons from the GDR and the Stasi. Like, I don't know. The wording of this is odd. But, when I pulled the map out of the book, obviously it didn't, come out very well. I pointed this out before, but I love this picture. Because it looks like he's supervising whatever's going on. Okay, so I pulled the map out. It was like this, right? But on this side, the vanishing of Will Byers. And then on this side, we have L. And I just pointed out in an essay I wrote on Tumblr that I keep seeing E's everywhere, and I mean the E's could be L. I think since there's so many E's in this picture, that might be the case. But they're also in Fargo. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just L or if like it stands for Enigma or Edward Digma. I don't know. Or the Enigma Dominion. I don't know. Okay, let me highlight this and I'll be back. Okay, look, I wanted to point this out too. I love these highlighters. These are called Statler highlighters. But I think this whole thing is a freaking circuit board. Because if you look at, this was the other thing I really wanted to point out. And I'm not going to be able to cut this map apart because I don't know where my freaking, I just had my scissors. I don't know where they went. But, I'll show you where I wanted to, line them up. But if you look here, you see the little circles? So this is near the Henderson house. There's little, it's like a circuit board. It's like where you would solder a circuit board. And then you get over here to the Wheeler house. And there's circuits all over, like. And then over here, look at the elementary school. Freaking all over the place. And oddly, there's not many on the high school. Actually, there's not any on the high school. I'm sure that those little rectangles will mean something else. I'll have to look it up, but Loch Nora, there's some, which I would expect the loch to have some because it's where electricity is probably made. Which I guess that's an interesting point as well. Can you see it on this one? Yeah, so Starcourt, right? Starcourt doesn't have any, but they were drilling, right? So the mind flayer apparently knows how to use the highway to get to the mall. And then Loch Nora would provide electricity. But yeah, the circuit, this is definitely some kind of circuit board. Like, I don't care. We're in some kind of like microverse. There's just circuits everywhere. But I first noticed this at Steve's house. I'm like, why are there all those little circles? And then I remember, you know, working in electronics for so long. I'm like, oh. See, in the quarry, which is here, quarry doesn't have anything wrong because quarry water usually doesn't move. But listen to this. So this is the other reason why I think this is a Mobius strip, is because usually when you have a giant quarry and you have a lock, at least here in Missouri, I went to visit one, like we camped at one where there was a small lock and there was like this weird like man-made quarry, but they would let the water in and out. So that's why I'm wondering if like you could fold this, you know, like, hold on, let me see if I can do this. Like, you should be able to fold it something like this and get some kind of round shape, and then that's what this actually is looking like, right? So it's not a globe, it's not a world, it's a circuit board within a Mobius strip. So I'm just trying to see. And then these guys, let me see, hold on. So I think I'll try to cut this up today and then post like a follow-up, but I think these two are almost supposed to go like overlap like this. And I had suggested a while ago, here's my little friend Khrushchev. I found him today. But I had suggested a while ago to someone to take the map out, and I didn't know, it was before I bought the book, so I didn't know if like, you know, how the map was, if it like folded out or whatever, but I suggested to fold it like the Starcourt camera shutter symbol, you know, with like the 5-point or 6-point, whatever it is, Demogorgon face shape. So I might try to have my husband do that today, because he's better at folding things than I am, because he doesn't have bad hands, or bad bones. But I hope that awakens something in someone. Also, credit to Sterling Archer 23 on Tumblr, because I literally forgot that I wanted to bring that up until I saw that post about the Mobius strip in Stranger Things, or like just in general, like time travel. So I'm still working on recording my Fargo stuff. The essay that I just put out on Tumblr is part of that, although I expanded on it. This isn't gonna end up being like 5 or 6 parts. It's gonna be like 6 hours long. So, and my whole intention with the Fargo stuff is just to like get other people's brains moving, because I literally, like, I haven't seen anyone else talk about this stuff, and I don't want to be the only one. So, anyway, oh, and then I've got a whole other slew of theories about Christopher Nolan's movies and stuff like that, and how maybe they're also in just a microverse or like Westworld type situation. And also Silo. I've got a really good one with Silo. So, and I know that some of these shows are based on like actual stories that people wrote as books, but there's an underlying theme going on, and I'll leave with this. It has to do with saturation diving and the 70s. So can't wait.